Hello, and thank you for your interest in the US 51 Stoughton Road North Corridor study. The following presentation provides a summary of the study efforts completed prior to this public hearing and discusses the next steps moving forward. The presentation will begin by providing an overview of the study corridor, the study purpose and corridor needs, and the alternative development process. This will be followed by a review of the improvements included in and the impacts that would result from the preferred alternative, which is the alternative that the Wisconsin DOT is proposing to move forward with and eventually construct. Finally, the study schedule and next steps moving forward will be discussed. Here is an overview map of the study limits. The study starts just south of the Wisconsin 30 interchange in the city of Madison and extends approximately 5.5 miles north to just south of the I-39-90-94 interchange in the town of Burke. Within the study area, US 51 is a primary north-south route through the east side of the city of Madison, providing access to commercial businesses, nearby neighborhoods, and the Madison College Truax campus. Traffic volumes range from approximately 13,000 vehicles per day in the Hanson Road area of the corridor to over 48,000 vehicles per day just south of Wisconsin 30. There are a total of 14 signalized and unsignalized intersections located throughout the corridor. However, only 13 were evaluated as part of this study and included in the preferred alternative. The Donteal Road intersection, located on the north end of the study limits, was not evaluated as part of the US 51 North study. This was due to its proximity to the I-39 interchange. This intersection was evaluated as part of a separate I-39-90-94 corridor study. The existing corridor can be split into three sections based on the look and feel of Stoughton Road in each area. The south section extends from south of Wisconsin 30 to south of East Washington Avenue and is shown in yellow on the map. It has three mainline travel lanes in each direction and has signalized intersections at the Wisconsin 30 ramp intersections and the Commercial Avenue intersection. The speed limit in this section is 45 miles per hour. The central section extends from East Washington Avenue to Kinsman Boulevard and is shown in red. It has 2 to 3 mainline travel lanes in each direction and signalized intersections at East Washington Avenue, Anderson Street, and Kinsman Boulevard. This section of the corridor is heavily used by bicyclists and pedestrians due to the proximity of nearby neighborhoods and Madison College. This section also has several businesses with direct access onto US 51. The speed limit in this section is primarily 35 miles per hour, although the speed limit does change to 45 miles per hour just south of Kinsman Boulevard. The north section extends from Kinsman Boulevard to just south of I-39-90-94 and is shown in blue. It is more rural in nature and has 2 mainline travel lanes in each direction with rural outside shoulders. It has a combination of signalized and unsignalized intersections, and the speed limit varies from 45 to 55 miles per hour. This slide provides a high-level overview of the study purpose and need. Every study develops a purpose statement to summarize the objective of the study and the needs it will address. The purpose of the US 51 North study is to accommodate existing and future travel demand with a focus on safety issues that affect travel on Stoughton Road. The graphic provides a summary of the primary needs on the corridor that the study will address. They include safety, primarily at intersections and for bicycles and pedestrians; travel demand, which includes addressing traffic congestion on the corridor; and infrastructure, including addressing geometric deficiencies and poor pavement condition. These needs, along with input from stakeholders, is what has driven the development and refinement of the improvement alternatives and the identification of the preferred alternative. More detailed information on the corridor needs can be found on the public hearing exhibits. Here is an overview of the alternative development process. The alternatives throughout the corridor focused on intersection improvements because that is where the majority of the safety and operational issues occur. The first step was developing several high-level concepts. Next, through analysis and outreach, the concepts were reduced to those that best met the purpose and need and received the most positive feedback. These were then developed into detailed alternatives and were presented to stakeholders and the public, along with a WisDOT recommended alternative in spring 2024. Based on the feedback received, the preferred alternative was identified. A general overview of the preferred alternative is provided on the next few slides. For mainline roadway improvements, there are no additional mainline travel lanes proposed throughout the corridor. Horizontal and vertical geometric deficiencies will be corrected, and the roadway profile will be adjusted to improve drainage where needed. In addition, some median and driveway access points will be closed or restricted to improve safety and operations. For all intersections on the corridor, the existing configurations will be maintained and operational concerns will be addressed by adding or extending turn lanes and optimizing traffic signals. Bicycle and pedestrian accommodations include a shared use path along the east side of US 51 that would extend from Wisconsin 30 to Kinsman Boulevard and from Hepker Road through County CV, shown by the red lines of the map. In the area where no path is proposed, there are paved shoulders that can accommodate bicycles. In addition to the path, two bicycle and pedestrian bridges will be constructed, one south of Wisconsin 30 that will connect into the City of Madison's Marshview Path, and another that will cross East Washington Avenue east of US 51. And finally, crosswalks will be added to all legs of these signalized intersections from Commercial Avenue through Hepker Road. The project will also reduce the speed limit between Wisconsin 30 and East Washington Avenue from 45 miles per hour to 40 miles per hour, shown by the red line. In order to promote lower speeds in this area, the existing rural shoulder would be removed and curb and gutter would be extended the length of the section. The next few slides will provide a general overview of the preferred alternative at each intersection location and highlight key safety, operational, and multimodal improvements. Improvements that are new or changed since the last public meeting are noted on the slides with an asterisk. More detailed information for the preferred alternative at each location can be found on the public hearing exhibits and roll plots. Now please note that the number in the upper left-hand corner of the intersection exhibit corresponds to the intersection location number on the roll plot. We will start on the south end of the corridor. The preferred alternative at the Wisconsin 30 interchange maintains the existing signalized diamond interchange with operational improvements that include adding and lengthening turn lanes where needed. An auxiliary lane will also be added on the east side of US 51 from Wisconsin 30 to Commercial Avenue. In addition, the eastbound Wisconsin 30 right turn to southbound US 51 will be signalized to address the weaving concerns in that area. Bicycle and pedestrian improvements include a shared use path along the east side of US 51 and a new bicycle and pedestrian bridge located south of the interchange that will connect into the City of Madison's Marshview Path on the west side of US 51 and the new shared use path on the east side. At Commercial Avenue, the preferred alternative maintains the existing signalized intersection with operational improvements that include adding and lengthening turn lanes where needed. New signals and stop gates will be installed at the at-grade railroad crossing just south of the intersection. The North Stoughton Service Road intersection, located to the west of US 51, will be shifted slightly west to improve safety and operations by increasing the spacing between the intersections. Bicycle and pedestrian accommodations include a shared use path along the east side of US 51 and along the east side of Commercial Avenue that will connect to Nakusa Trail. The path along the east side of US 51 will also connect into MacArthur Road north of the intersection. In addition, crosswalks will be added to all four legs of the intersection, and sidewalks will be added along both sides of Lexington Avenue to the project construction limits. The preferred alternative at East Washington Avenue maintains the existing signalized intersection with operational improvements that include adding through lanes and adding and lengthening turn lanes where needed. In addition, the skew angle of the intersection will be flattened to improve safety. Due to the larger roadway footprint, the median opening north of the intersection will be closed, so vehicles will no longer be able to make left turns into and out of businesses on the east side of US 51. The MacArthur Road and Roland Avenue intersections with East Washington Avenue will remain open. However, the North Stoughton Road Service Road will be closed. This connection will be replaced by a new local road from Prairie Avenue to East Washington Avenue across from Schmiedeman Avenue. Access at the Schmiedeman Avenue intersection will be restricted. Bicycle and pedestrian accommodations include shared use paths on the east side of US 51 and on the west side north of the intersection. A new bicycle and pedestrian bridge will be constructed on the east side of US 51 that will connect to the shared use path over East Washington Avenue. In addition, crosswalks will be included on all four legs of the intersection. The preferred alternative at Anderson Street maintains the existing signalized intersection with operational improvements that include lengthening turn lanes where needed. Bicycle and pedestrian accommodations include shared use paths on the east side of US 51 and on the west side of US 51 south of the intersection. In addition, a mid-block bicycle pedestrian crossing of US 51 is proposed north of the intersection near Oren Road that will connect to Madison College. The preferred alternative at Kinsman Boulevard maintains the existing signalized intersection with operational improvements that include lengthening turn lanes where needed. In addition, the left turn lanes on both US 51 and Kinsman Boulevard will be realigned to improve visibility. The median opening north of the intersection will be closed. Bicycle and pedestrian accommodations include a shared use path on the east side of US 51 south of the intersection and paved shoulder to accommodate bicycles north of the intersection. In addition, bike lanes on Kinsman Boulevard will be extended through the intersection and crosswalks will be included on all four legs of the intersection. A preferred alternative at Piersdorf Street maintains the existing unsignalized intersection and adds a northbound right turn lane on US 51. Paved shoulders will accommodate bicycles in this area. The preferred alternative at Reeder Road maintains the existing unsignalized intersection. Paved shoulders will accommodate bicycles in this area. The preferred alternative at Amelia Earhart Drive maintains the existing unsignalized intersection and extends the northbound left turn and southbound right turn lanes on US 51. Paved shoulders will accommodate bicycles in this area. The preferred alternative at Hanson Road maintains the existing unsignalized intersection with operational improvements that include adding and lengthening turn lanes where needed. In addition, separated acceleration and deceleration lanes are provided on US 51. Paved shoulders will accommodate bicycles in this area. The preferred alternative at Hepker Road maintains the existing signalized intersection with operational improvements that include adding and lengthening turn lanes where needed. Bicycle and pedestrian accommodations include a shared use path on the east side of US 51 north of the intersection and paved shoulders to accommodate bicycles south of the intersection. In addition, sidewalk will be added on Hepker Road east of the intersection, and crosswalks will be included on all four legs of the intersection. The preferred alternative at Acker Road maintains the existing unsignalized intersection with operational improvements that include lengthening turn lanes where needed. Bicycle and pedestrian accommodations include a shared use path on the east side of US 51. The preferred alternative at County CV Anderson Road maintains the existing signalized intersection with operational improvements that include lengthening turn lanes where needed. In addition, a northbound auxiliary lane will be added that will connect to the preferred alternative identified in the I-3990-94 corridor study. Bicycle and pedestrian accommodations include a shared use path on the east side of US 51 north of the intersection and paved shoulders to accommodate bicycles south of the intersection, and a crosswalk included on the east leg of the intersection. One other area to note are the two horizontal curves located north of Piersdorf Street, where the corridor transitions from a lower speed, more urban area to the south to a higher speed, more rural area to the north. These curves do not meet design standards and have a history of run-off-the-road crashes associated with them. As part of the preferred alternative, these curves would be flattened and shifted to the east to address this safety concern. The road next to US 51, Leo Circle, would be shifted slightly to the east. This slide highlights some of the estimated impacts for the preferred alternative. Approximately 9.3 acres of right-of-way are anticipated to be required, and 2.6 acres of wetland will be impacted throughout the corridor to construct the preferred alternative. Mitigation for wetland impacts will be completed using a WSDOT wetland bank site consistent with state and federal requirements. There are 3 potential business relocations, all of which are located in the East Washington Avenue area of the corridor. These relocations will be completed in accordance with the Uniform Relocation Assistance and Real Property Acquisition Policies Act. Relocation benefits will be available to eligible displaced persons required to relocate their businesses, including advisory services, reimbursement of moving expenses, and pricing differentials. In compliance with state and federal statutes, no person will be displaced unless a comparable replacement business has been provided to them. There are also 3 potential billboard relocations, and no residential relocations are proposed. There are 4 hazardous material sites that are anticipated to be impacted and will require further evaluation during final design. There is one Section 4F resource that will be impacted, and that is the City of Madison's Marsh View Path. The path will be impacted in order to connect it to the proposed bicycle pedestrian bridge located south of Wisconsin 30. The City of Madison has agreed to a temporary occupancy exception to make that connection. No permanent impacts to the Marshview path are anticipated with this project. Finally, there is one location where a noise wall was determined to be feasible and reasonable. It's located on the east side of US 51 between Commercial Avenue and Larson Court. Construction of the noise wall will only occur if the majority of adjacent landowners and residents vote to approve construction. This will occur during the final design process for the project. More information on these impacts, as well as additional environmental impacts along the corridor, can be found on the public hearing exhibits. A high-level study schedule is shown on this slide. The draft environmental document for the study was approved by the Federal Highway Administration in December 2024 and published for public review in February 2025. Based on the feedback received from this public hearing, the study team will determine what changes, if any, should be made to the preferred alternative. This will occur over the next few months. The final environmental document is anticipated to be completed in either late spring or early summer 2025. Once the environmental document is finalized, the project can then move into final design. The project was approved for final design and construction funding in December 2024. The earliest construction on the corridor is anticipated to begin is 2028. Please consider providing feedback regarding the preferred alternative for the corridor. In addition to providing public or private testimony at the public hearing, there are written testimony forms available in the public hearing packet that you can fill out and leave with us tonight or mail in at a later date. If you choose to do that, please grab a postage-paid envelope located at the check-in table. You can also access the form by scanning the QR code on the slide or go to the public involvement page of the study website. Finally, you may also contact Wisconsin DOT Project Manager Jeff Behrens with any questions or comments you have. Please provide all comments by April 17, 2025. Thank you for viewing this presentation. We appreciate your interest in the US 51 Stoughton Road North study, and we look forward to receiving your input as we look to complete the study process.